Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Everyone take your cell phone out, please. Take your cell phone out. And not to turn it off, I'm sure you've already done that, but to turn it on. Turn your cell phone on. And when you have your cell phone on, go to your camera app. And when you're in your camera app, go from photo to video. And when you're in your video, put it on selfie. And when I say go, but not till I say go, I'm going to have you stand up with your cell phone in your camera app on selfie. Stand up. In fact, you guys can all come in as you stand up towards the middle if you want to. Tables aren't set in stone. And get a partner. And then when you're ready to go, face me. Up on the feet, camera app on, in selfie mode with a partner. Stand up, find someone, and face me. Go. Five, four, three, two, one. Right back here, please. When I say go, what I want you all to do, I want you to record yourself in selfie mode saying one word. Hello. Stop it down. Play it back for your partner. Partners, find one thing only that you liked about your partner's presentation of hello. Share it with them. Both of you share with each other. Do not erase any of these videos. In the next 60 minutes, you'll have more than one thing on your cell phone. First one is hello only, recording yourself. Understand the directions? Okay, go. Floor is yours. Go. Five, three, two, one. Right back here. Make sure you both share with each other one thing you like about their hello. Go ahead, share one thing. Each get a chance to do it now. Joseph, make sure you share that one thing, man. Come on, Joseph. Five, four, three, two, one. Right back here, everybody. Volunteers. Anybody raise your hand, volunteer, tell us your name, your partner's name, and what you liked about his or her hello. And I have a couple of microphones running around here, so you have a microphone for yourself. Somebody want to volunteer, please? Anybody? Wants to right over here. Is there a microphone over here? You have a mic over here? Running in here. Come on in. Thanks, Ken. Come on in here. Tell us your name, your partner's name, and what you liked about his or her hello, please.
Hi, I'm Suba, and this is Juan. And the thing I liked about his hello is the way he smiled.
Where he smiled. Nice. And Suba, as the audience, what did that do for you, listening to him and hearing him say hello with a smile?
I think it makes it easy to communicate with him, to connect.
Perfect. Somebody else over here. Someone over this side of the room want to volunteer? Back here? Who do we have?
Hi, my name's Michelle, and my partner is Marlon. And what I liked about his video was it was unforgettable.
Wait a minute, Michelle. Marlon said one word.
He did.
Why was that unforgettable?
It was the way in which he said it.
Which was?
Hello.
Marlon, I know. I'm hot. I'm hot now too, man. I'm hot. Would you share your hello with us? Because, oh no, with the microphone, please. Hello. It's fun. Why else is it effective? What did Marlon just do that was effective? Speak up. Made you laugh, and when we laugh, what happens to us? It's happy. It makes us happy. We're not going to go into every meeting ever in our entire life and make people laugh because we're not all comedians. However, when you are humorous, it brings filters down. People get more engaged. What did it help for you as the audience when Marlon did that to you? What did it do to you, that one word?
That did work?
Yeah, what did it do to you as the audience?
It made me laugh.
It made you laugh?
It made me laugh. It made me focus on his mouth. And that, I think, was what was so unforgettable. Like, I won't forget his hello. It wasn't just, hello.
Perfect. You'll hear this for the next hour. You can't put emotions into an audience. You can only draw it out. by going there yourself. You have to go there first. When you go there someplace for your audience, they'll go with you. When you don't, they'll go no place with you. Keep your phones off of selfie now. Take them off of selfie and recording your partner, and change partners. When you have a new partner and you're off selfie, face me, I'll give you the next directions. Go. Off of selfie, new partner, go. Five, four, three, two, one. Right back here, please. Right back here, I'll give you next directions. Let me do this for you because it's a huge room. We have 500 people in this room. I'm going to try something with you. I don't try this very often, but this is a huge group. 3 times so far, I've said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come on back to me. And that can work in a group, in a meeting. It can also, someone can say, oh, he's kind of yelling at us. I don't like his voice or her voice. Let's try this, just for the heck of it. See if it works. When I say go, just start talking to your partner about anything in the world that you want to talk about. And when I raise my hand, and you see me raise my hand, you also begin to raise your hands and quiet down. And see what happens to the room when we try this. Make sense so far? Start talking. When I raise my hand, and you see me raise my hand, you begin to raise your hand as well, and we all quiet down. Go. What just happened to the room that never happened in the first 3 times you tried this? What happened just now? Quiet, why? Because I said so. I like you. What's your name? Thank you, Arsenio. I love that. Because why else? What did I do? What did I set up for us as a group to bring us back to center? An instruction. So great, Dan. That's a really cool trick. What's it to do with me at Affiliate Summit here in Vegas? Here's what's going on. You're going to leave here in a few days. Go back to your parts of the country, back to the parts of the world, to your own groups, your meetings, your conference rooms, your sales, your clients. And you're going to have meetings going all the time. Never, ever, ever chase an audience. So one guarantee you, I'll give you this hour, you will never, ever win. I can't win with 500 people, but I set up something to bring you back to center, which helps me coach more, teach more, which helps you as bosses, as entrepreneurs, as digital marketers, all of a sudden get more done in quicker time. And people therefore respect you more because you give them more of their own time back. And you give more of your own time back. So that's just a little simple thing. Always set up ahead of time a way to get people back to you so you don't start chasing them all the time. When you chase them, you lose, and it can be, people think it can be obnoxious, too loud. Now, having said that, you're the new partner, phones on record. This time, you're going to record your partners. Any order you want, saying this. Wow, this face is attractive. Really, Dan? Yeah, welcome to Las Vegas. Really, Dan. Any order you want, record it, play it back for your partner. Again, notice one thing your partner did well with wow, this face is attractive. Do not erase it. So you're recording each other on their own cell phones so they have it on their phone. Go, floor is yours. Have fun.
God, that's so cringe.
I'm keeping these videos very
That
well.
is so cringe.
You have to. Play them back tonight, please. How's it going?
Great.
Go. How you doing?
You know what? You're so attractive.
Hi, Hannah. I'm Dan. Nice to meet
Nice to
you.
meet you. I'm having a lot of fun so far.
That's what the hour's supposed to be, fun. Nice job. Thank you. Oh my God, it works. Volunteers, Somebody who wants to tell us your name, your partner's name, and what he or she did well with wow, this face is attractive. Here's a microphone coming in for you right now. Here, please. Thank you.
Oh, hi, I'm Liz. My partner is Rotendo. His wow, my face is attractive was very convincing. He executed it with a lot of conviction. Like you can see him, he's clearly a handsome man. But even if you couldn't see him and didn't know he was handsome, you could hear it. Like in his voice, he's like, this face is attractive. And then he kind of caressed it nicely, and you're like, man, that face is attractive.
So the tone spoke for it.
Yeah, the
And
tone,
what else spoke?
He had, once you watched his face, he had this nice like smoky eye squint to really let you know he was attractive.
I hope you have a lot of business cards to give out, man, because a lot of people here want your card. Awesome. Somebody else over here. Volunteer. Anybody. Here we go, right back there, please. Thanks.
I'm Randy, and my partner is Kit, who's going to be speaking on Tuesday. And she used gestures to reinforce her good vocals. So that's what really drove it home and made it more believable.
Randy, correct?
Right.
Randy, what happened to you then as the audience when Kit was using gestures, you said? What did you do as the audience who's watching her do her thing with gestures? What did it do to you?
It made me focus on her even more.
Focus on her even more. Cool. We heard gestures now from Randy. We heard a lover boy over here with smoky eyes and this across his chin. What is all that called? Body language. Awesome. We are on the body language, right? We all know body language. Let's do some body language. No, that's not body language. That's body noise. Body noise takes away from your language just like this. Nothing takes away. Body language is nothing more or nothing less than your body doing what your words tell it to do. Let me show you how this works. As a group, I want you all to say this sentence together. I really need you to think. Go. Is everyone's shoulder, hands, and arms in this room broken? Shake them out. Come on. Shake them out. Say the word I. This time, say the word I with a little bit of body language that would go along with the word I. Go. Perfect. Say the word you with some body language. Go. Say the word think with some body language. Go. Put the exact same sentence together with that little tiny bit of body language, and let's see and feel the difference. Go. What was different? What was different for you? What was different? Yell it out. You felt it, meaning what? It's more you. I said it 10 minutes ago. You cannot put emotions into an audience. You can only draw it out by going there yourself. If you feel it, they feel it. You just said some simple words and you felt it. How quickly did your body know to do those gestures with those simple words? How fast did it figure it out? It's this fast. Because you're so brave, pick this word. Excited or angry?
Excited.
I want everyone to say the word excited as boringly as you possibly can. Monotone, boring. Go. I have no idea how you feel. Now, next step. Say the word excited, but say it with the tone that that word should and would elicit. Go. Excited. Now it's stereo. I heard that. One step further. Let's say the exact same word with that tone, and now put the body language in that you feel would go along with the way you want to say that word excited. Go. Excited. Triple power. I heard it, I felt it, I saw it. You communicated to me the word excited because I got all the senses. How quickly did your body figure out how to say the word excited that way? Instant. I'm going to do a bunch of single words and few words. I want you to do the same thing. I want you to say the word with the tone and with the body language that you feel goes with it. Let's say the word slowly. Quickly. Sharp. Dull. Fast. Large. Small. Top to bottom. Back to front. Affiliate Summit West is going to change the freaking world. How quickly did your body figure out how to do that with its brain and the body language. It's this fast, people, and yet we get in our own way. We do too much, we do nothing. Allow your body to speak for itself. When we communicate, as we just saw and heard from our partners and ourselves from the playback, we speak with our tone and our body. Who's ever seen these numbers before? Seven %, 38%, 55%. Who's ever seen them before? Ever seen them in any kind of book? Relationship book, science book, psychology book, anything? This is a study. The way you communicate. Now, these numbers, of course, are debated. They've been around for about 25, 30 years, and they're debatable. For conversation's sake, this is how we communicate. 7% of what people take from our conversation and recall is the content. 38%, Liz, right? The tone of our voice. Remember Loverboy's tone? Tone of our voice. And 55% that Kit just talked about is our body language. It's how we communicate. It's how you recalled what you just said with your partner and what was played back for you with those simple things. Hello, and wow, this face is attractive. We don't remember words per se. We remember how the words made us feel. And we communicate through the tone of our voice and our body language. That's why body language is so important. Awesome job. That's being three-dimensional. Let's go one step further and become four-dimensional. You're all executives. You're all leaders. Let's be 4D. You're going to be called on stage, not really, to invite yourself, introduce yourself to the entire place here in 30 seconds. And you're going to tell them where you've lived in your life. Let's do this together. If I'm standing in Chicago, facing south, where is Las Vegas? Am I right? Where's New York City? Left. Where's Texas? Where's Canada? Where's Singapore? It's a trick question. It's either way from Chicago. I'm going to have you tell your partner on camera where you've lived in your life in 30 seconds. You want to just do it? Or want me to give you an example? Example? This is our globe. I was born over here, outside Boston in Springfield, Massachusetts, where the Simpsons are from. I went to boarding school in Connecticut and university in Chicago, which got me to Los Angeles and Hollywood to find fame and fortune. And I found it in my wife and two daughters. And now I travel from Chicago to Chicago, to San Francisco for Affiliate Summit West, around the world to Singapore and back, but I always come home to my fame and fortune in Los Angeles, California. Somebody tell me, volunteer, where I just brought you. Where'd you just go on my trip? Where? Singapore. Where in Singapore? When you went to Singapore, Brad, what'd you see?
Towers.
You saw towers. Perfect. Somebody else. Somebody else tell me where else you went just now on my trip.
The gardens in front of the fort there in Singapore.
Say that again? The gardens at the airport. Perfect. Thank you. Yes, you did. Anybody else? What did you see just now? You saw my family. What do they look like? I missed them, Mackenzie. What did they look like?
I think your wife is blonde and your daughters are probably this tall.
Perfect. They were that tall at one time. They were. They're taller than me now, but they were that at one time. But you don't know my family, do you, Mackenzie? No, but you've pictured something. Why did you picture something? Why did Mackenzie just picture my family? Why did someone picture the gardens? Why did we picture towers in Singapore? Why did you all picture something? What did I do to all of you? And we're like, I brought you there. I brought you there so you begin to fill the things in yourself. That's called executive. That's being four-dimensional. That's executive when you're presenting, teaching, coaching, clients, selling. Take them on a tour. Take them on a journey. For right now, just for fun, take your cell phones out, same partner, record each other. 30 seconds only, where you lived in your life. If you lived in 100 places, pick the top 5. Play it back. Notice one thing you like about your partner, what he or she did well. Play it back. Both get a chance to go. Floor is yours. This is your globe. Go. Perfect.
Maybe clear those people out of the camera lane. You know, have them stand.
This is a warm room. All right. Someone volunteer what your partner did well when he or she brought you on the journey of their life, where they've been. Yes, sir. I thought you wanted to go. He raised his hand. Do you want to go? Tell us where your partner brought you.
I don't think you heard it.
Go ahead. You again? Go ahead, Liz.
Just because I'm close by.
Thank you for that, Liz.
Okay, so Rotendo, the most interesting man in the world, he was born in Zimbabwe. He went to school in the UK. There was somewhere else. Did I miss somewhere? Oh, yes. His internship while he was in school in the UK was in South Africa. Then he went back to Zimbabwe. Then he got a job that brought him to Belize, and he is currently living in Belize. So it was memorable because, for one, it's insanely interesting. For two, he has already proven that he's good at communicating with his words as well as his facial expressions and his hand movements. He kind of swept me across the globe as we went, which helped in the story of Zimbabwe, UK.
Liz, have you been to Zimbabwe ever?
I have not.
And what did you picture when he brought you to Zimbabwe?
I pictured African terrain, those small, tall trees with the nice green tops that look a little like lollipops.
Of course you did.
Maybe some coast.
Of course.
A lot of friendly people with big smiles.
Have you been to Belize before?
I have.
And what did you picture this time when he brought you to Belize? What did you picture?
First, Belize, I pictured the salt flats. And then when he said he was working there, I pictured him, working in some nice building on a coast.
Perfect. Because he didn't mention salt flats, but you pictured them because you'd seen them before. Yes. When we are four-dimensional as speakers, when we move, we're moving for our audience. Our brain registers 50% movement, change. So when you register change with your audience, they're listening to you and they're hearing what you say because you're bringing them on a journey. Same thing in every single meeting you ever have the rest of your life. Every time you're ever going to pitch a new client, talk to a team, new team member, interview, doesn't matter. When you bring them on a journey, they go with you. Let them picture something. Great job. Change partners, keep your cell phones. Go. What I want you to do when I say go, I want you to tell your partner who you are and what you do. 2 sentences only. Who you are, what you do. Nothing more, nothing less. Go. Make sure you both go. How many people, when they just told their partner who they are and what to do, they probably said, "Hi, my name is Dan. Hi, my name is Dan. Hi, my name." How many of you did not begin with your name first? Everyone began with their name first, correct? We're at Affiliate Summit. We're in a room. "Hi, I'm Dan. Nice to meet you. Hi, 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 what's your name? I'm Dan. Nice to meet you." What are the chances that I know her name? 0. 0. What I want you to flip what we just did. I want you to tell us the same thing, who you are and what you do, yet this time start with the scene. What does that mean? Start with something different. Start with a way to bring me in, as Liz was just talking about, bringing someone on a journey. Start with the scene, meaning start with a statistic, a data point, a story, a question. Start with a scene, and then say your name in the second sentence. You understand what I'm saying so far? You want to get an example? Example. Are you sitting in another meeting at your home office and you're falling asleep? My name is Dan, and I travel around the world with a company, working with people to hopefully make your next meeting a little less boring. Oh, what did I just do? What did I do? I told the story. That's all I did. Go ahead. I made it personal. Do the exact same thing. Start with a scene. Get people's attention. Say your name in the second sentence. This time, record your partner on each other's cell phone. See how it looks, feels, sounds different. Give it a shot. Go. Make sure you're recording your partner on his or her cell phone. What'd you like about it, as the one watching it? As the one watching and listening, what'd you like?
Well, I like that seems very passionate about what she's doing and why she's here, and then she has her reasons to do it, so I understand. Complete honesty.
Both do it. Make sure you do it and play back.
I did hers. Okay. Oh, and play it back.
Play it back. Just, and notice one thing you like. Make sure you both go. Make sure you both go. Volunteers, someone say, tell us what you liked about your partners, who they are and what they do. What you liked about it, what was different about it this time that you, as the viewer, as the one recording and playing back, what you captured and liked about it. Yes?
Well, my partner impressed me, and he took me on a beautiful journey all over the world because he's traveled to 11 countries, which I did not know when we first met each other. And it was great. It was fun hearing about all of those places. And I also know he's a web developer.
Awesome. Way to go. Thank you. 11 countries in one little who I am, what I do. You went around the world.
Yes.
That simply.
Yes.
Great. Will you share with us what you did?
Basically, I just traveled for holidays, that's all.
Okay. Will you do it for us?
All the countries?
Sure. No, take the first few.
Okay.
Go ahead.
In Europe, I've been to Germany, Amsterdam, Prague, in Czech Republic, Switzerland, in Belgium, Serbia,
And then wrap it up.
Turkey, US, Canada, Thailand, and Vietnam. That's all.
And you are?
Just meet.
And you're just me. Thank you,
Yeah.
man. Way to go. Another volunteer over here. Someone over here, this side of the room. Volunteer, not you, Liz, sorry. Someone over here, volunteer, and tell us where your partner just brought you on his or her four-dimensional trip around their life.
Ryan did a good job of explaining the benefits of what he does and not just the features. So it was very clear the benefit of working with him, and so I was able to very much visualize. Without him specifically going into a sales pitch, I very much understood why I would like to do business with him.
And why was it important to you, the observer? What did you get out of having him begin the way he began? What was more interesting for you, sir? I'm sorry, for you, Nelson.
Yes. I guess it was unexpected to know that he wasn't just trying to do a sales pitch. I really understood why. The why is much more important than the what.
Completely.
Yeah.
How many of you, when you saw yourself played back, liked yourself more? Raise your hand. When all of a sudden you began with a scene, all of a sudden you became more interesting to yourself. Yes? What did you like about it? Seriously, why'd you like it more when all of a sudden you're looking at yourself saying, oh, I'm more interesting?
Oh, because I was honest.
Say that again. Oh, please. Say that again.
Because I was honest.
Awesome. And if you're honest, what do I feel as your audience? Secure. Trusting. If I am confident, what do you feel? If I am courageous, what do you feel? If I'm nervous, what do you feel? You better believe it. Your audience only feels what you give them. You cannot put emotions into an audience. You can only draw out of them by going there yourself. When you go there, they'll follow you. When you don't go there, they have no place to go and they will shut you out. You've got to go there first. Awesome. You're warmed up. Sit down, please. Shake your arms out. Show me your fingers from 0 to 10. 0 to 10, how much you like speaking in public. 10, my goddamn, my favorite thing in the whole freaking world. 0, I hate speaking to anybody. Go, show me your fingers, go. 0 to 10. We've got 9 over here, what do we got over here? We got 4, 5, we got 0 there, 7, 6, 1, what do we got? We got 7 over there, what do we have here? We got 6, 10, awesome, put your fingers down, we got 0 over there. Awesome, we got 1 back there. Thank you for not showing me the other finger. I appreciate that. That's good. Put your fingers down. High numbers. In the course of this hour, when this is over, you'll enjoy speaking in public even more with a few techniques I'm going to be giving you and I've worked on giving you so far. Low numbers, you're also very normal. About 12 years ago, a British magazine did a study on humans worldwide and found out their biggest fear. What's number 1? Louder? Public speaking. What's number 2? Death. You're right. Number 1 is public speaking. Number 2 is death. Think about that. Jerry Seinfeld, the American comedian, did a great bit on this. He said, well, now, wait a minute, that makes no sense. If you're at a funeral together, you're going to be the guy who's in the casket, then the one giving the eulogy. People say, yeah, I'd rather be dead. I'm afraid of speaking. Same hands, different number of fingers. How good are you right now? In all forms of communication, if 10's the best in the world and 0's the worst in the world, in all forms of communication that you do, whether it's a VC, on the phone, one-on-one, 1 on 10, 1 on 500, 1 on 20, how good are you right now at speaking in public? 0 to 10, go. Show me your fingers. Show them. Got 4 there. Got 7, nice. 8. 7, beautiful. 5, 3, good. 6 back there. Lover boy's got 6, that's good. Love that. 5, what do you got? You got 7, awesome. Put your fingers down. If 10's the best in the world, in my world travels literally around the world, working with executives. I live in LA, working with celebrities, working with middle management, upper management. On average, I see 4s and 5s. Not too good, not too bad, just kind of safe. However, when we add technique to their presentations, the sky's the limit. Because when you're speaking, who holds you back? Say that again? Yourselves. You hold yourself back. So think about this. We're in Vegas. One of the fastest cars I saw on the strip yesterday was a Bugatti. A Bugatti goes about 250 miles an hour. You're all Bugattis, which is why you're here at Affiliate Summit, because you guys want to get better. You can go fast, and you go fast already, but you're going about 85, 90 miles an hour. Your friends are saying, wow, you're really good. But a Bugatti goes 250. Right now, you're all driving that Bugatti with the parking brake on. Take the parking brake off and see how fast you can go. Oh, Dan, if I take the parking brake off, I'm going to hit something. Yeah, you are. You're going to hit the wall, hit the curb. But no great leader, no great CEO, no great executive has ever not hit some things. When they're presenting, when they're communicating, when they're speaking to get better and better, they hit some things, then they adjust their speed and they go faster a different way. So while you're here today with me this hour, and the rest of the 3 days at Affiliate Summit, take the parking brake off. Hit some things. See how much better you can get as a speaker by being a little bit uncomfortable, trying some things. In fact, let me show you how you're going to be uncomfortable. Everyone cross your arms. Now cross them the other way. How's that feel? Pardon? Weird. Awkward? Strange? Yeah. If you cross your arms a second way for 1 week only, that'd be the new way you cross your arms. You would literally teach your brain a new norm. These techniques I'm giving you in an hour are going to make you feel uncomfortable. But the more you do it, the better you'll get at driving the Bugatti because the parking brake's off. And the first time you try one of these techniques, starting with a scene, using more body language, changing my tone, how's it going to feel? First time, strange. Second time. Third time, normal. You better believe it. Take the parking brake, challenge yourself, and not for you, for your clients, for your team. Now that I have you thinking about yourself, I want you to turn to the person next to you and share with them 2 words only. 2 words that describe you and your personality in all forms of communication when you're speaking. What are 2 words only that describe who you are when you speak? Go. I know that was quick, but it's only 4 words. Who wants to share their 2 words? Where are you? Let me do this because I can. I'm going to give you the ball.
Okay.
When you have the ball, you can stand up and you can literally own the room. What a shameless plug. Go ahead.
Power and love.
One more time, softer because you've got the microphone.
Okay. Power and love.
Who was your partner?
Belinda.
Awesome. Awesome. Somebody else. In fact, no, you went first. You can pick the next person. Pick the next victim, please. I mean, volunteer.
Jason?
Where's Jason?
Here.
Here you go, Jason. Stand up. The room is yours, man. It's not my fault. It's his. Go ahead. Stand up.
I'm actually going to pass it to him because his was unbelievable.
Really?
And he wanted to do this, but he didn't want to volunteer.
Could you repeat the question?
What are your partner's 2 words that describe his personality, his speaking style when he speaks?
You have to say that.
What are you?
Okay. My partner, his 2 words, fucking awesome.
It took us a half hour, but we know the level of this audience right now, don't we? Somebody else over there. Another volunteer over there. Just 2 words.
Driven and unstoppable.
One more time, please.
Driven and unstoppable.
Driven up. Awesome. You're all doing a really good job. I want to ask you this. What's your name?
Will Palmer with sunbonnetsmart.com.
Will you hang on to the microphone for me? Will you hold that for me? Sure. Okay. When you're speaking to a room, whether it's a small conference room, it's on a VC with the camera 2 feet in front of you, or in a room this size in Vegas with microphones, where should your voice go? So every single person in the room hears your words. All around everywhere, meaning, keep going further with that thought. It's a good thought, but further.
Basically engaging your audience.
Give it a shot with the microphone.
Just basically engaging your audience so that they can hear you and
how do you know
eye contact.
Okay, how do you know you're engaging them? This is cool.
If you're looking around, everybody's looking at you and attentively listening.
So if you're looking around and they're engaged, what are you getting from them?
That, I don't know, that they're focused.
Eye contact. And what's eye contact? It's body language. It's the way we communicate. Keep going, though. When you communicate, I want you to hit the 4 corners of the room. When you hit the 4 corners of the room that you're in, no matter what size it is, whether you have a microphone or not, the words will fall perfectly on your audience's ears. So having said that, would you, again, tell us your partner's name and just try to hit the 4 corners. I'm going to go way back over here where Keith is. 4 corners. Let's see if it's different this time, how you feel and how it sounds to us, okay? Mm-hmm. Give it a shot.
The 2 words were driven and unstoppable.
Can you go a little higher? Yeah? Just a little. How about an octave higher? Don't scream, but an octave with that microphone. Give it a shot.
The 2 words were driven and unstoppable.
How was that different? People are shaking their heads. Yeah, I know. Why was it different? You felt it. What'd you feel?
It was like when you were saying the excitement. I'm excited.
What did he sound like he had? What's your name again? What's your name?
Will Palmer.
Will. What did Will just sound like he had? Confidence. If you have confidence, what do we hear? Same guy, same 2 words with a microphone. Exact same guy. Will, how'd that feel? I pushed you a little bit. How'd it feel?
Felt good.
Did it feel good? Did I push you too hard?
No.
No? What was I doing to Will just now?
Coaching.
I had him cross his arms the other way. That's all I did. Really simple stuff, people. The thing is, what I'm teaching you already know. It's already inside you. It's already in the engine of the Bugatti. Take the parking brake off. You know this stuff. Let yourself go. Let yourself experience this. Hit a few things. You'll be safe, I promise. And you'll get better, and your clients will like you more. You'll get more business. Your team will love you more. Management will love you more. You'll get more promotions. Be who you are, Will. Awesome job. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
One more volunteer. Let's go somebody else, because Will was so damn good. Right there? Microphone. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
What happened to the ball?
Where's the ball?
Yeah, what happened to the ball?
Someone stole the ball already?
What happened to the ball?
Okay. Where's the ball?
All right, let's get it going. Go Buffalo Bills.
You can't. Hold on. Are they winning?
0-0 right now.
Okay, cool. Any of you who aren't from America, Buffalo Bills, never mind.
All right, my partner is right over here. The 2 words to describe him, or his name is Keenan Williams, and his 2 words were believable and charismatic.
Awesome. How'd that sound back in that corner over there? You heard it pretty well, right? You could tell right away this guy has confidence.
Okay.
Do it one more time, just different for the heck of it. Same thing, your partner's name, 2 words, just come across differently, but just give those 2 words, just give me a different volume. Just try something. Just give it a shot.
Everybody, I want to introduce you to Mr. Keenan Williams right here. Give him a hand clap. All right. The 2 words to describe Mr. Keenan Williams is believable and charismatic. All right, give him a hand clap. All right.
What was different? He was good the first time. What did I just push him to do? Swagger. We just got more of his personality. And we now know him better, and we know his partner better. Because he knows him better. Awesome job. Now, these are good things. These are great emotions. These are things that are positive. They're affirmations. They're what do we call them? The two words describe us. They are what? Adjectives. This is grade 5. Adjectives. This is good stuff. So people say, well, Dan, these are my adjectives. What are some other people's adjectives that you work with? Well, I do work with a lot of executives. I do work with C-suite people, upper management, athletes, many of them, politicians. What are their 2 words? The exact same as your 2 words. They're theirs. When you know who you are, we'll know who you are. Do not change who you are. Use your 2 words. So these are positive things. Now let's look at the other side, the flip side of negative things. What's a negative feeling we have when we're public speaking? Give me some of the negative emotions that we go through when we have to get in front of a room, a board, a client, 10 people, 100 people, 50 people. What are some of the negative things that come when we're speaking? Nerves, fear. Yes, nerves and fear are it. Now, with those same people I work with, they have the exact same thing as you, nerves and fear. I tell them this one thing, and within a month, I get the exact same email back from them. Dan, when I did that one thing that you talked to me about, the nerves went away, and I felt better about it. It's the exact same thing for you. However, when I give you this one thing, it comes with a harsh truth. It's a technique I can give you to right now that you'll be better at speaking and communicating without feeling the nerves, or when you feel the nerves, I'll give you the shortcut, which will help you get over the nerves. Would you rather have the technique or the shortcut for you? Both. Of course you want both. Your affiliate summit. It's the exact same thing. It's a harsh truth. Get over yourself. You don't matter. I'm sorry, you don't. Who matters when you're speaking? Who matters when you're presenting? Who matters when you're talking? The audience matters. You are a vessel for content. You're very important. But they don't hear your content. They only get what you give them from the tone and body language. So you don't matter. They matter. And how you deliver to them is what they get. How you feel is how they feel. So you don't matter. Right now in this room, who's the least important person? Me. You're right. I teach this every day. I know this stuff. I sleep this stuff. I live this. But if I want to be successful, I want you to walk out these doors and for the next 3 days, take some of these techniques and use them to better your position, to better your jobs, to better your company. So I'm the least important person in this room right now. It's me. Get over yourself. Oh, but Dan, you don't understand. I work at a company, and when I'm presenting, I think I'm being judged. Another harsh truth, you are being judged. However, who are they thinking about? Say that again, louder. Themselves. Their husband, their wife, their spouse, significant other, the phone call they just had that they lost the business, the meeting they have coming up tomorrow, tonight's dinner, last weekend's date, the t-ball coach for their kid. That's what they think about themselves. And it's up to you to get them onto your agenda because they're thinking about themselves and their agenda, but you need them on yours. So what you want to do is take a spotlight because you know your stuff. In fact, everyone right now, look around the room and point to your spotlight, wherever it is. Just point to your spotlight in the room, where your spotlight is. Point to it. Everyone point to it. Everyone point to your spotlight. Point to your spotlight. Everyone point to it. Where your spotlight is. That's your spotlight. And when you're presenting, you have to own that spotlight. Because when you own that spotlight, then you can take it and put it on anything you want for your audience, because it's not about you. It's about them. Your data, your statistics, your team, your client. When you shine the spotlight on them, then they care about your agenda. Because at first, they don't care about your agenda. They care about their own. So own that spotlight. I've had a chance to travel around extensively, and a lot of people have given us some great techniques and tips that I want to share with you. They sent us some recordings that they gave us. I couldn't fly them all in here. I didn't have the budget for it. But they gave us some things to share with you. And once I pull it up, we're going to show them right here on our board.
I'm Corey Price. Welcome to your training. You're in good hands.
My name's Tanner. My colleagues and I, whom you're about to see on this screen, are among the top experts in the world of public speaking. We're good.
Hi, I'm Sarah Henderson, and we're going to be teaching you how to own the room. You'll be surprised at how much ability you have and how enjoyable it can be.
Hi, I'm Mike Manian. Before learning how to speak and how to send information to other people's brains, let's understand how our brain receives information from others.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Friedman. You have more information bombarding your brain in one day than someone has in the Middle Ages might have had for a whole year.
Not playing over there? I apologize for that. Technical difficulties, it's my fault. Could you hear and see? Just hear, no visual at all. Can we get that fixed by chance? Can it come back up? If it can't, we can move on without it. Let's do this. What you heard, let's go tone only. What do you recall from what you just heard from those 5, 6 people that were just audio but no video? What did you hear? Such as what was exciting? What do you recall from exciting? What words did you recall? Positive, cool. Something else that you heard? Comfortable. You heard comfort from their voice. Awesome. Which is working for me now. You didn't even see them. You just heard their voices. What else? Oh, yeah, good. Thank you. What about how'd they own the room?
Can you repeat the question, Sharon?
Go ahead.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Yes. What do you recall from what you didn't see them, obviously. I just found that out, but you heard them. What did you hear from them? What was the tone of their voice? What do you remember that they said to you?
I remember they said, own the room.
You heard that? Cool. What else? 5 people were speaking just now. Those numbers were just proven. We don't recall the numbers, the words that they said to us. We recall the tone of their voice. We didn't see their body language because we didn't see any visual. But we heard tone. When you're presenting, if you're taking notes, write this down. D, E, and V. What do you do that's different? What do you do or say that's emotional? What do you do that's visual? Different, emotional, or visual? Let's see if we can get this going one more time for all of you out there. If we can, we can. If we can't, we'll move on without it.
All right. Information comes in all forms of external messages: emails, text, phone, TV, web, signs, and so much more.
My name is Satish. Equally, the information that floods our brains comes from our own internal thoughts. Point to your head from inside our heads.
Experts suggest you have as many as 12,000 internal thoughts a day. How many thoughts have you had so far today?
Nick, so what does the brain do when it gets overloaded, when it receives more information externally and internally than it can't handle?
Hi everyone, my name is Melissa. Filters are how we process most of what we see and hear.
My name is Brad, and I build mobile apps. Imagine a filter is like a plastic sheet.
My name's Greg, and to be effective, lower the filters of the audience.
Let's just stop right there. What did they just talk about? You couldn't understand half of it? Too fast? Exactly. What else? What did you pick up? What did you hear that you recall? What words? Say that again? Louder. 12,000. 12,000 what? That's fine. 12,000 thoughts in a day. What else did you hear? Little louder? Filters. Awesome. What about filters? What do you know about filters right now, just sitting here? What are filters?
Are something that keeps you from retaining the information.
12,000 thoughts in a day. We have more thoughts in one day than ancient man would have had in an entire lifetime. We get overwhelmed with thoughts. We get emails, texts, messages, phone calls, bombardment with all kinds of things. We're in Vegas. We have probably more than 12,000 thoughts in Vegas with bombardment with lights and everything else. So what does the brain do when it's overloaded? It can't shut down. The brain can't shut down. The best computer in the world never shuts down even when it sleeps. So what does it do? It filters, like an opaque shower door. Some light gets through, but not all of it. Some gets through, but not all of it. Think of it this way. As we're getting bombarded, our filters are going to be going up all the time. In an average meeting, filters could be up about 90%. How do you get them down? By using techniques to bring them down. Great speakers keep filters around 25, 30%. If you're having a meeting that's an hour long, filters are up at 90%. That means 10% of the time people are listening to you. If a meeting's an hour long, that means they're getting 6 minutes of information out of your hour. Great speakers, 25, 30%. Let's say it's, just for math's sake, you can keep filters at 50%. And a meeting's an hour long or half hour long. It's at 50%, it's an hour long, 30 minutes are getting through and 30 minutes are not. You're just lowering filters. Think of it this way. How many meetings have you been in when someone's got a slideshow and they have 55 slides and they're on slide 24 and there's 10 minutes left and they start jamming those slides in there? What do you all do as an audience in that meeting? You sleep. Your filters go where? Up or down? They sure as heck go up. They don't go to 100 for one reason only. Why don't filters always ever go all the way to the top? What are we all listening for all the time? Brad, what is it for?
My name.
You better believe it, Brad. We learned this when school at 5 years old. Look like you're paying attention, even if you're not, in case you get called on. So we're always listening for our name, but that's the idea. Filters are going up all the time. Let me show you how they work. Brad, because you're so cool, you do me a favor, would you hold this for me, please? When I say go, I'm going to have Brad stand up, not yet, I'll give him stand up, and hold that soccer ball over his head. And I want you all in this room to look at the soccer ball and think nothing but soccer ball, soccer ball, soccer ball. As soon as any other thought goes into your mind besides soccer ball, raise your hand, please. Make sense? And your hand's already up. Thank you. Brad, would you stand and hold the soccer ball up? Everyone, go. Awesome. Put the ball down, Brad. Thank you. What just happened? We like Brad. We may like the speaker. We may like our boss. We may like the client. But why can't we just concentrate on that one thing, even though I said soccer ball, soccer ball, soccer ball, but when anything else filters in your head, comes in your head, raise your hand. Why can't we do it? 12,000 thoughts in a day. Exactly. Too much stimulus, we start going to other directions. So what we do, we find a way to keep filters down as much as we possibly can. It's a battle as bosses, as communicators. You will never, ever, ever win. Right now, I'm battling all your filters simultaneously. So how am I doing that? Oh, Dan, cool little trick, but I get filters, so now what does that mean? So how do you keep filters down? How do you do it? What do you do? Joseph, what do you do? You focus. What else, Joseph? What else do you do? Liz, what do you do? What do I do to keep filters down? See? What do I do to keep filters down? Eye contact. Moving around, being four-dimensional. Using names. Smiling. Energy. Speaking to. Talking to. Engaging all of you. Right, Joseph? Thank you. Will, right? I just used Will's name, but whose filters went around? When I used Will's name, whose filters went down around Will? Everybody. I just used a section of the room. That's all I did. Just use sections of the room, use names, four-dimensional, walk towards them, engage them, smile, eye contact. These are all things we learned an hour ago with hello and wow, this face is attractive. That's all we were learning at the beginning. They sounded goofy and they were silly, but they're ways to learn to bring filters down. That's how we communicate, because the words aren't memorized. The tone is memorized. How the words made us feel are memorized. Let's not play the playback anymore because it's not coming through. Or is it finally coming through? It is coming through now? Let's give this a shot.
Six. We don't think in words or numbers. We hear words and numbers, but it's not how we think.
I'm John Brown, and words
and numbers are clever tools we've invented as a species long time ago, but it's not how we communicate. Our brain processes emotion.
We think in two ways to process information. I forgot to introduce myself, though. That's okay.
Sorry. Go ahead, Justin. We know who you are now.
Pictures and emotions.
I do first? Okay. Start. Okay, my name is Kelly, and here I'm gonna read this for you. Emotions are contagious on a subconscious level, almost instantaneously because of
Let's stop her right there. This is telling a story. We began with different emotional and visual. We went to filters. The next thing on those cards that we were discussing was what? Who picked it up? We can yell it out. The gestures. Keep going, yes. Say that again. Voice modulation. The visuals. We speak in words and numbers. It's not how we think. We speak in words and numbers. It's not how we think. We think in pictures and emotions. As I'm speaking to you, what you're doing is taking my words and numbers and flipping them in real time into pictures and emotions, as if it's a mini movie. We all learned how to do this at a very young age. It took us 10, 11, 12 months. It's called language. So we speak in words and numbers. It's not how we think. We think in pictures and emotions. Let me show you how this works. When I say go, we just stand up, find a different partner, and face me. Go. What I want you to think of is your favorite line. Favorite line from a movie, a TV show, or a song. Your favorite line from a movie, a TV show, or for a song. And when I say go, you're going to say that line simultaneously to your partner. Famous movie line, favorite line from a famous movie or not, TV show or song. Here's the trick. When you say the line, you have to say it as you remember it. Favorite TV show, movie line, or song. Everyone understand what the drill is? Okay, when I say go, favorite line, movie, TV show, or song, to your partner, simultaneously, go. Put your thumb in front of you. When I said go, and you did your line, where'd the energy in the room go? Did it go up a little bit? Did it go down? Did it go way up? Did it go way down on the ground? Show me on your thumb where the energy in the room went. It went up, 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 pretty much up, everybody? Where'd the energy come from? From yourselves. Why did it come from yourselves? What did you do? Communicated. Communicated what line? Your favorite line. Anybody want to share your line with us? One person share your line? Okay, your partner said it's you. He threw you under the bus. Do your line for the room, please.
Oh my God, okay, here we go. I'm Stephen Spencer, by the way.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
Stay right there. Where's the line from?
Oh, where's it from?
Where's the line from?
It's from Dirty Harry.
How old is that movie made last night, or how long was that movie?
Yeah, last night.
How old's the movie?
I don't know. It's from the 80s, I think.
Yeah. So how do you recall that movie? What do you recall?
Oh, it's a classic. It's been years and years since I've seen it, but
and what
it's
exactly
so memorable.
And what's the memory that you have? What's your name, by the way?
Stephen Spencer.
Stephen Spencer. What do you recall? What's the emotion you have from that line?
Oh, it's just so powerful. It's like it takes you right there to that moment.
Perfect. And you felt that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a word, it's an emotion. You paint a picture to evoke an emotion. It's how we all communicate. Painting pictures to evoke emotions. Let me show you this. Stay with your partner right now. What I want you to do is take one article of clothing they have and describe it. In fact, let's do this right here. Yeah, I'm gonna let's do this right here. Let me give you an example. This is really cool. Buffalo Bill. Would you be Buffalo Bill's my model right now. You cool with that, Chris? Chris, do me one favor. Just walk down here 5 feet and walk back. And I want everyone to tell me the color of his sweater, just with one boring word. Go ahead, Chris. It's red, right? Cool. That's boring, though. Now, paint a picture of that color. What kind of red is it? Give me some 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Chris, go ahead and be my model, please. Go ahead. Keep going. Further. Rush red what? How? Keep going. Warm like what? Like what? Warm like cayenne pepper. That's warm. What did we just picture? Awesome. Say that again.
Oh, I pictured a spicy sweater.
You pictured a spicy sweater. Awesome. So let's go further with cayenne pepper. Evoke an emotion with that cayenne pepper. So do me one more favor, Chris. You got to be a good model now. If you walk properly, we're going to get some good feeling out of this one. Go ahead, Chris. And go further with the cayenne pepper red. Okay, go further now with your painting a picture of cayenne pepper. Further, though. Give me some emotion on that. Cayenne pepper like what? Keep going. Hot, keep going. Pepper, come on, peppery. Cayenne pepper on a taco. Awesome. Cayenne pepper on a taco. When Chris goes home, what will you think of next time we put that sweater on, Chris?
Cayenne pepper is warm.
Cayenne pepper's warm.
Smooth.
Smooth. Chris is. So you'll be hungry.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday. He's going to work to Taco Tuesday. Do the exact same thing with your partner. Just take 2 minutes. Find something they're wearing. A sweater, a blouse, some shoes, an accessory, and just explain it. Paint the picture to evoke an emotion with that article so that next time they put it on, they'll think of how you described it. Cayenne pepper sweater, which is a Russ sweater, now is Taco Tuesday for Chris. Because he's smooth. Awesome job, thank you. 2 minutes with a partner, go do the same thing, give it a shot. Paint the picture to evoke an emotion. You see the power of this. Go ahead. Let me sit with you. My turn. My turn. Let me do it. Your necklace makes me think of Taos, New Mexico, where I just was with my wife. And we saw an Indian dance. And it poured rain. Yeah, it does. That's really cool. Give it a shot.
So your handkerchief, the pattern on it reminds me, just a few months ago, my fiance and I were in Portugal, and we loved the patterns. Everywhere we went, we were seeing the patterns in the tile, and he just loved, we both enjoyed it, but he loved just searching out for patterns.
Awesome. You get it? Somebody volunteer. Someone volunteer their partners and see what the experience was like. One person.
I'll go. Oh.
Go ahead, Will.
That was really neat. He mentioned that the shade of my blue shirt reminded him of when he was traveling across the Mediterranean. And on the plane, he could look over the sea. He was able to see blue, and the sky was also blue.
One more time, Will, please. 4 corners.
All right. You mentioned that the shade of the blue on my shirt was similar to when he was flying over the Mediterranean and was able to see the sky and the sea simultaneously.
Awesome. You just got to get out. It's time for lunch. You got to get out of here. Keep this in mind. Communication is about leadership. Leadership is about courage. When you have the courage to go someplace with your content for your client or your team, they'll go with you. If you don't have the courage, they won't go with you. I just gave you a little bit in a little bit more than an hour. Try some of these things going forward. Feel uncomfortable, give it a shot, be better at communicating, and believe me, your team and client will be much more appreciative of it. Way to go. Thank you. Have a great time for the next 3 days.